Hello everybody! This is a video response for MP Fox and MC Fox, and I promised myself I would do it in one take, and I will not do any edits, so if there's any mess ups, they're going to stay in for now. I'm going to be looking over here to my right a lot because I have my cheat sheet of my picks basically over there. And MP and MC, thanks for doing this. I don't know if you're familiar with my channel, but I focus heavily on autographs, both TTM and certified, and I also have just regular cards, whatever, vintage, and I do a little bit of everything, but I try to incorporate autographs into as much as I can. So as I make my picks, I'm going to be sort of showing off some autographs as well. So for the division picks, we're going East to West, NL to AL, and the NL East, going to go with the Braves. Here's a Mike Foltynewicz. I just feel like they're stacked. I really do like the Nationals a lot, especially after what they did. But I actually see that playing out kind of the same way, where the Braves win the division, the Nationals win a wild card, and get in that way. But my pick for the division, NL East, Atlanta Braves. They're just very talented team. A lot of younger players too. So this one might be a little bit of a surprise. I don't think a lot of people are still high enough on the Cubs. Here's an Ian hat, by the way. That was a TTM. I think they're a little upset about all the rumors that surrounded Bryant possibly being traded, and David Ross is on board now. I just feel like they're going to be playing with a little bit more of a purpose. And we'll see. I've certainly been wrong before. There's your Central. To the West, NL. Dodgers. I don't know how you wouldn't pick them. I mean, how many years in a row have they won the West? No reason to believe they won't win this year. You know, they added Betts. Clayton here. Man, this was TTM, by the way, many years ago. But Clayton's really been throwing some nasty stuff in spring. He's really bringing it early, but I think he's been working on a sort of change-up kind of thing to diversify his game now that he's getting older. It's good to see. So, on this channel, I try not to say the Y word, as I kind of see it like as a swear word. But the team shown here plays in the Bronx, New York. They're my pick for the AL West. They have injuries. You know, they're going to miss Severino, and who knows about Stanton. And now it sounds like Judge is going to be on the shelf, and there's possibly even surgery. But even with all that, I don't see the Rays being quite good enough to be able to catch them. I don't see Boston doing it. Toronto, I don't see anybody else stepping up, and they still have all that power, and they still have pitchers, and they still have that awesome bullpen. So they'll be all right. They'll miss those guys, whoever doesn't play. But I think they'll still be able to pull it off. Not a fan at all. But part of me sort of likes seeing them get in and lose, so I don't mind so much. And I have a lot of subscribers that are fans of that team. So, I risk, I'm probably burning a bridge here. But anyway, the team from the Bronx in the American League for the AL East. In the Central, I have the Twins. Again, they're just loaded. I don't see any other team that's going to be able to compete with the Twins. Here's a Byron Buxton certified. I'm toying with the idea of putting this one on eBay, so if anybody thinks that looks like a pretty awesome card, check it out. Commercial for myself. The AL West. This was hardest for me. I really feel like the Astros are going to really struggle in mentally dealing with all the vitriol and hate they're going to get. And even though they're clearly the most talented team, I see them swinging from their heels just to try to shut people up. And I think it's really going to affect the wins and losses and averages and everything. And there's another team in that league. I hate them as well because I was born and raised a Mariners fan. There's another team in that league. They always, just like the Rays, they always do more with less. And the Oakland A's. Here's a Ramon Laureano. That was TTM last year. I think the door's cracked for them with so much chaos and negativity around the Astros. Oakland A's for the West. So what's next? So there's our division winners. Only up to 6 minutes, not bad. The rest of these will go a little faster because I don't necessarily have autographs for everything to show off. More wins, White Sox or Cubs? I like what the White Sox have done, but I still feel like a lot of what they're relying on to make them successful is still younger talent that needs to mature. I like Eloy. I think Yohan Moncada is going to have a great year. Kopech, will be interested to see what he does, if he plays all year or not. But I still think they need another. I like them probably more in like 2021. We're going to put the Cubs, and after all, I picked the Cubs for my division. So we better go with the Cubs. So number 7, Cubs. Judge home runs. Here's our slab again. I wanted to wait right up until right before opening day to make this video, but I've been doing that, like waiting at deadlines and then forgetting to make them or getting busy. And I thought about doing that because then I could have a better shot at like pegging what's going to happen with the Judge. But I'm just going to assume that he misses some playing time because I'm going off of the last few years, and that's what's been happening. And I'm sort of interested to see what happens with him and Stanton because we don't have. This is a side note. We don't have a great history on what happens with players that are this size. Like we don't have a sample because for a long time, baseball players were average size or maybe a little bit above average, and now you have players that are literal giants that are coming on and they're getting hurt. And maybe the human body is not meant to play baseball at that size. Of course, I think of Prince Fielder too. Obviously, that's different because he was just so heavy. He wasn't necessarily, he wasn't 6'11" or whatever the heck Judge is. Anyway, I'm going to assume Judge misses some playing time, and I think it'll be a lot. He'll probably play around 100 games again. Let's go 25. Sorry, Yankee fans. That's just, I have to go off what's in front of me. And last couple of years, I mean, that's kind of what I've been seeing. I think, what has he been at 27? Going a little lower, 25. Harper average, I don't have it typed in here into my spreadsheet. I put something together and then I forgot what it was. Let's go. It's nice to see that he rebounded a little bit last year and had a pretty good year. I think this year a little bit more pressure will come off. I like him to improve his average. Let's go with 271. That's a pretty decent average for Bryce Harper. Marlins, 80 wins. Yes or no? No, they won't reach 80 wins. I don't see anything to support a guess of anything other than that. NL home run leader. I think Alonso's going to regress a little. I just don't see someone hitting 53 2 years in a row. And every year, Eugenio Suarez looks a little better. He got 49. So I'm going with red Eugenio Suarez. And I really like him. All-Star Game MVP, I don't know how you pick something like that. I just put Yelich. Hopefully he does it. Yelich. Angels over 72 wins. I'm going with the over. I figure they did make some improvements. They added Rendon. as if I was an Angel fan, which I'm not because I root for the Mariners. Man, I would have liked to have seen them add some pitching somewhere, at least some more pitching. I'm sure they tried to, but anyway, I still think they'll be over 72 wins. Pirates 69. I'm taking the under. They haven't improved any, and they traded good players away, so I don't know why I would go with anything else. More hit by pitch, Chu or Rizzo. I just went with Rizzo. I figure Chu's older, so maybe a little bit more of an injury risk. So Rizzo, more hit by pitches. More wins, Morton or Verlander. Not a real big fan of using wins to measure the effectiveness of a pitcher because it's so dependent on how much run support they get. And even though I mentioned the Astros will struggle, which I do believe they will, Verlander is a horse. He pitches, he makes every start. And he will get some run support. I don't think the Astros are going to win 100, but I'll go with Verlander. Just better track record there for me. So Snell, I thought I had a Snell auto or two around here somewhere. Oh yeah, here they are. All autos. So MP and MC, what you should know is that I like the Rays too. And mostly because of this guy, because he's kind of a local. He was born and raised in town about 30 miles from me. And started following the Rays when he came up. And he's my favorite current player. And my second favorite current player is Brandon Lau, also on the Rays. So I follow the Rays all the way from the West Coast. So I got just a few more. There we go. And then I have like 4 or 5 that either I TTM'd or got from someone else who TTM'd. So what do you think of the Snell collection? Now, you would think that I'm a Snell fan, and I consider myself a very positive person. I would say, oh yeah, let's stick him in for 15 wins. I'm able to detach my emotion from sort of reality when it comes to baseball, just because I've been a fan for so long. And I very much want him to win 15. I want him to win 20. But whenever players are coming off injury years, I have to see them succeed before I believe that they're going to. And it breaks my heart to, I'm always messing with my hair when I do these videos. Just whatever. Under 15 wins. And I hate to do it, but I want him to prove me wrong. I want to lose. I hope I lose this one. I hope he wins 25, 30, 40. Why not? First manager. I just picked a bad team and picked a manager. Derek Shelton. Maybe the Pirates want to make an example of somebody. Maybe he gets tired of losing and says something stupid and they have to fire him. But there you go. Pirates, first manager to be fired. Oh, my computer's going to sleep. There we go. World Series picks. Low degree of confidence because it's always hard. Whenever you try to pick a World Series matchup in the spring, it's almost always somebody else. But that's part of what I love about baseball. It's absolutely part of what I love about baseball. So I'm going to go with Twins for the AL and the Dodgers for the NL. And the Twins to win it all because that's just what the Dodgers do. Sorry, Dodgers fans. Hey, I root for 3 teams. The Mariners, and you certainly could pick on them. The Phillies, they have a pretty sketchy history most of the time. And the Rays, MP, I root for the Rays too. Mostly because, like I mentioned, those 2 players. And I just love that they do so much with so little. I would love for them to get their ballpark situation fixed and get more fan support. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope I got everything according to my notes. I should have. Wish me luck. I look forward to this season. And I appreciate you doing this. Over and out.